Hi everyone. Greetings. Primordial God Jason Breyer at your service. Um I know the model is different. Don't worry, don't freak out. I'll explain later why. Um so don't be too worried about that. Um yeah, how's everyone doing? I mean, I know you guys can't respond because well, this is a video, but um I wanted to catch up with you guys. That's why I'm doing this little video here. I don't know how long this video is going to be because I have a few things I want to cover that I have written down to my right here. First of all, I want to talk about why it's taking so long to upload videos to YouTube because when it comes to content, my YouTube is lacking severely, and I apologize for that. Um, it's mostly time. I have to, because the way with me streaming, I have to once the stream is done, I then have to download it and then I mean you can export. I think you can export it directly to YouTube, but I don't like doing that because um, maybe something happened during the stream that I don't want to show. Like maybe we had like let's say there was a hate raid or there was someone being really racist and or um, like I had one time someone pretend to donate and I fell for it and it completely just ruined the mood of the rest of my stream for a little bit until I kind of just and I had to basically just push through that just feeling of just utter sadness and disappointment and shock. And so like there's things like that I want to edit out like if because there's no need for it. No need. I want to bring you guys the best content, so it just takes time for me to do that. Which is why there hasn't been any really any videos. I have a huge backlog and of stuff I have to upload or edit down as well, which brings my topic of what will be coming to YouTube. So things you should be seeing at some point. I don't know when. Because again, I also have to cut the videos down because since they're streams, I don't want to upload them. I don't know if I want to upload them as full content, like as one video because they're long. Like some of my old streams, because right now Yakuza Kiwami, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and House Flipper are the three biggest streams I have to the three streams games I'm streaming that I have to upload. Well, Odyssey and Yakuza can range from anywhere from 4 hours to 8 hours. So I want to cut those down to smaller things. Like Yakuza, I want to cut out some of the fighting scenes, like some of the fights, because you don't need to see every time I fight in the street or things like that. I'll probably end up uploading the streams themselves for you guys to see, but I'll also probably make a shorter version, like an episode like series with them, so that way you guys can get the story with some of the fights leading up to it and uh, without all the farming I do sometimes. Because sometimes, like in those games, you have to level up, so you're basically doing a little bit of grinding and all that stuff. So um, I'll be trying to remove as much of that as possible for like the smaller videos, so that way you guys can watch those themselves. House Flipper isn't really a long stream. I mean, it's like 2 to 3 hours, I think at most. I think the latest one was 3 hours. Um, Unintentionally, it's usually about 2 hours, I believe. I stream House Flipper, um, and I'll probably be uploading those as just the way they are. I might cut down some of them depending on. I might split like the first stream into a few, since it's a lot of the story, like story, whatever story you could consider House Flipper to have. Basically, all the tasks that the NPCs give you, whether you're cleaning houses to buying their decorations and their Christmas gifts. That happens. Um, so there's stuff like that. But yeah, so like I said, Odyssey, Yakuza, and House Flipper will be coming to YouTube. I'm also planning to be doing a lot more smaller videos. I say a lot more, but I have to figure out how I'm gonna fit it all in. Because unfortunately, I'm a very busy person because I work a part-time job as well as this, so it makes it really hard for me to sit down and record, edit, upload. Because for most people, they don't realize, a lot who don't make videos, they're like, oh, well, it's just simple. You hire an artist, like you record your video, you have an editor, and then you have an artist. They do the other 2/3 of the work. Unfortunately, well, I've been realize is that us small people, like me, like my little channel. I mean, like, I think I'm sitting at like 60 followers on Twitch, and I think I have 5 subscribers on YouTube because my YouTube content isn't really growing because I'm not really making content at the moment, which is fine. Um, I don't have an artist or an editor. I am the content creator, editor, and artist. And I'm not necessarily the best artist. So it's like, it's one of those things. It is what it is. So I have to make all that stuff, so that it takes a lot of time for me to do it. But I'm wanting to make quite a bit of more smaller games, whether it be like free games you find on Steam, a lot of free game series, because I want to bring out a lot of the indie games and stuff, because I love a lot of the smaller, cooler games that were people who just made a game because they could, or they were doing it for like a game jam, but it didn't really make it anywhere, or they didn't like win, so they're like, okay, well, I'll publish it still because I really liked it and it really came out really well. Like I'm wanting to do a lot of itch.io games, um, which are a lot of small games, and I'll be doing a lot of free games. I mean, you can buy games, but I don't want to spend tons of money on games that may or may not be good right away. Um, for you guys, I mean, like if you guys start really liking the itch.io games, I will be like, okay, then maybe I'll start working up through the ones that are um, that you guys would recommend, or something that costs money and all that stuff. Because I don't want to just go and randomly buy like a $25 game and it on itch and it not be good. Um, and it completely be just awful, and I feel like I just wasted everything, time, money, and everything. Um, but yeah, I want to show a lot of those games off because those are always really cool. Um, I think that's how I found one of my first SCP games I ever played, um, which was really cool. It was SCP-087-B. I played it a lot when I was a little one. And but yeah, so that's the kind of the content I'm looking towards. You'll see it at YouTube. The little miscellaneous indie games you won't see me stream because it's just not worth it. Um, and because it just wouldn't be worth sitting there streaming one game, ending it, streaming another game, and beating it, streaming, and just doing that through 5 or 6 games to make like a full hour to 2 hours or so. I mean, if there is some really long itch.io games, I might consider it just um, because it'd be interesting, but I don't know. Um, and then other things I want to talk about. Twitter. I'm not a very active presence necessarily on Twitter. I've never been good at social media. I kind of reply to people's comments. I post things here and there. Um, but you should definitely follow me on it because it's a good way for you guys to see a lot of things and help with the community and all that stuff, because it's where I show off other amazing content creators, because there's so many people I've seen that I know and I've played with and gamed with and everything else that are such amazing people that I um that I like to support, and I usually, if they go live, I usually retweet it, or I'll comment it, and I'll do other things. So like every so often I'll also post like, hey, you should follow these people, check them out, and all that stuff. And because I like to share the love and support, um and for anyone, the YouTubers go, you don't do it for YouTubers. I don't see YouTuber comments. I just see Twitch for the most part. I mean, so I just tweet those because, well, that's what I see. So it's nothing against people who do YouTube videos or YouTube content. I also run polls on there for content, like what content would you like to see next for like Twitch or um, perhaps YouTube. I'll start doing a few polls for YouTube, maybe, I don't know. Um, Twitch for sure will is the main one. For like what videos you like to see, like what game next. Like I'll give you guys a choice. That's how House Flipper happened. I put a poll up and people voted for House Flipper, so I brought that up, and I've had a blast with it. It's also where I post my stream schedule. So I mean, I know Twitch, for example, has its own stream schedule system, but I don't like it because it goes by it goes off the mindset like you were able to stream every Monday at this time, or every Tuesday at this time, or every Wednesday at this time, and so forth. Not everyone can do that. Like for me, I work a part-time job and my schedule fluctuates. So for me, that's why I like to post my stream schedule. Lately, I haven't been posting one. I've just been sending out a tweet going, I'll be streaming this day and this day, and this day will be this game, this day will be that game, and I don't give a time because, well, it's a little rough, and I don't know if I'll be able to provide a time. So, um, there's that, and so that's a thing. YouTube comments. I've missed a few before, and I do apologize. If you leave a YouTube comment here, even on this video, I will see them. I don't always I don't always respond to them, and I don't mean to. Um, I have multiple YouTube accounts. One is I just want to watch YouTube videos and relax. Then I have my main YouTube channel, where there's this one, all this content. I usually live on the other one, so I basically never offer that one. So I forgot to log into this one. I have, however, downloaded, I believe it was YouTube Studio, onto my phone, which will allow me to look at comments and everything regarding my YouTube videos. So hopefully this will help me to get a hold, not get a hold, but respond to your guys' comments in kind. Because I don't mean to to neglect it or ignore it. It's not my intention. I just, with me being busy, I forget that either after streaming, after uploading, after doing any of that stuff, or just in general to go occasionally check and see if there's been any new stuff for me to look at, respond to, and all that stuff. So hopefully now I'll be able to check that stuff and get to you guys. Another thing I want to talk about is fan art. So as I'm getting larger on Twitch and everything else as well, and I've seen a lot of tweets about people going like, hey, if you would like to see fan art of both of our characters together, or because I see a lot of VTuber stuff, because me being a VTuber, that's most of what my Twitch is filled with. Twitter is filled with. So I see a lot of stuff like that, like, hey, would you like to see like art of our two characters together, or this, or if you'd like to see fan art, would you be okay? Would you prefer it safe work or not safe work, or only one or the other? Like, what's your rules, kind of thing? Because a lot of people elaborate like this is the rule. Like, some people go, I would like art, but no, not safe for work, or I don't mind either or anything else. Like, so I thought it would be a good idea for me to elaborate and basically set down the rules. And my rules being, I'm not very strict. I don't like, if you make fan art, I don't care. I love it. I love people who make fan art for other content creators. I would love to make fan art myself, but my art skills are not so are good. Not really good. So I don't have the patience. Like, okay, I can make art decent. My problem is coloring. I can't get the color shades and it to look good. Like, I get everything else in that I can do fine, but colors, like making things look better with like multiple different colors of yellow, for example, in a single thing. Um, like the hair here. You can see it has the multiple different colors or shades to make it look more realistic. I am very bad at doing stuff like that, like figuring out what colors would work, where would I put said colors, and all that stuff. Um, so I don't really do a lot of art. But to get back on track here, for me, I don't mind if you make safe work or not safe work art of me. The only thing I ask is that if you want to tag me in it and post it, like if you post it and are going to tag me, tag the right tags. Like I have three different tags, but one of them is just the general tag for the family, for the followers, the Breyer Familia, which is what I've always called all of you guys. You guys are the Breyer Familia because I am Jason Breyer. You guys are the Breyer family. Um, I ask that you don't use that tag on not safe work stuff, just because of people. I mean, because I don't want anything on it. I don't want any not safe work stuff linked to it. Uh, but like, if you guys are gonna make safer art, which will be like all art. I hate using the word all art because that just makes it sound like I accept anything. Any general art, like you just want to draw the character, you want to draw something cool and all that stuff, and everything else would go in the Brayer art and tag. So that way, anything that's safe for work that's art you guys have made will go there, and I can see it. Um, like I said, I don't mind. I'll I will try to check the tags every so often if I see stuff. You can also tag me in it. I really don't care. It'll pop up on my feed if you tag me, and I believe, and I'll look at it, and that'll be cool. You can also tag me in not safe for work as well. But for the not safe for work, please use the hashtag Divine Ludes, because I don't want, like, I tell people, if you're not 18, don't follow my account, and it's nothing because it's not like, oh, I retweet porn or people in like nude clothing or anything else. That's not what I mean. Um, but my humor is very dark and sexual, and I have a I have a dark sense of humor and sexual sense of humor. My humor overall is also stupid, but like if you've seen my Dead by Daylight videos, or streams, I should say, I do have Dead by Daylight content to upload as well. That'll be coming. Uh, my sense of humor can get sexual, making sex jokes and stuff, because I find it funny. So like that's why I don't like to have people who are under 18. No minors. You'll probably learn a lot more things than you necessarily need to. You'll hear a lot more things than you probably should. Um, yeah, I don't mind other than that for fan art. Like fan art is an amazing thing. Um, like this model here. Like I had a person. I'm not gonna name them because I don't feel like that's right to do if I haven't asked them if I could name them. So um, I hope they actually see this, and if they watch the YouTube video and watch this, because this is a really important thing. Um, I they popped in my stream. It was my house flipper stream. I think it was my second one. I don't quite remember which house flipper stream it was, and I was making a I think I was working on a kitchen because of one of the houses, because in house flipper you can buy houses and then you renovate it itself to make it into a home for someone else that you can sell and make money. I believe that's what I was doing. I wasn't doing a task for someone, and they popped in, asked if they could make a model for me, and I accepted. Again, I don't mind if you guys want to make something for me. That's cool. I will accept it. Which is this model you're looking at right now, and they were a little bummed I didn't use it. Um, and I explained in another stream, I believe it was an Odyssey stream, why I didn't use it. So I decided today when I made this video to update you guys, and talk about it, that I'd use it because it's a cool model. I really like it. It's really good. But like I explained in that video, in that stream, I was like, I'm gonna be creating I have my own model I'm currently making, and the model I currently use is the one I made. So I don't want to necessarily deviate from that, but I would use this every so often, as or show it off if I do fan art showings and all that stuff. Which is another thing I'd love to do. I'd love if you guys made fan art. I would love to do like a video or something where I kind of just showed off fan art and stuff that you guys have made. Because getting fan art or getting something fan made is like the best feeling in the world. Like when I got this, uh, I felt nervous at first because you're suddenly like, oh, someone's making me something. What am I gonna do? Like, but at the same time, it felt really good. It felt really cool because it feels like you finally have made enough. You've grown enough for people to notice you enough to want to make things for you. And again, I really appreciate the model. However, I want to make a side note on this. And I'm not going to say that this isn't directed at them or any in particular, but I want to make this as an addition to the rules because it's a very important thing. If you make fan art, or if you make VTuber models, for example, and you ask the content creator you ask the content creator like, hey, can I make you one for free? No charge, no nothing. I just kind of want to make one. Don't expect them to use it. Like, don't expect me to use it. Like, don't expect me to go and show it off to the world. Don't expect me to use it for something. I appreciate the gift, but as it is a gift, and unless we both agree to that I will use it, I may never use it. I might do a video like this where I just kind of go, hey guys, I want to show you guys some fan art, and then show you guys like the different art and then a bunch of VTuber models. But that's a little iffy. So, and it's never anything against the artist. Like, I can't show off multiple models at once. I have to switch between each one, which takes a little bit longer. It means I have to do a lot of editing on the video as well, but it's never anything against the artist. It's usually just me wanting to stick to the model I've created in my image. And sticking to, because getting something really cool that you like is one thing, but like for a VTuber model, for example, because that's what we're still going off of. No matter if someone makes you something, it'll never, unless you, how should I phrase this? I guess it'd be like, if you make your own model, you're going to feel really accomplished. You're going to be like, this is really me because I did this, I decided everything, every detail, and this is who I am. I am this character. If you work with an artist that you've paid or you've communicated with on a normal basis, that again is you. Everything on there has been nitpicked or decided and designed by your command and working with the artist. It just costs money this time, and again, that's you. If a model that someone just pops in and makes for you isn't necessarily, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna love it, but it's not necessarily going to be an exact representation of who you are and your brand. And it's always cool to get the gifts though. So again, I'm not saying anything against artists. It's just you're always going to want to use what you've paid for or what you've made yourself over what someone else has suddenly made for you. That's all I want to say on that. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. I'm not saying anything wrong against anybody. I'm just pointing out that don't expect a VTuber to use something that you've made them as a fan gift. That's all. Next. So this video isn't it's going to be half an hour long. Apologies for that. Well, it's going to be what it is. Discord. I have a Discord server. I'll try to make sure to remember to link it below. If not, if I don't, then I'm just a goof. But it's where you guys can come and hang out, chat, and have a good old time. It's not very large. There's only a few of us in there. I post things here and there, including my stream schedule, or hey, I'm live if I remember. But again, it's really small, so it's kind of one of those nothing really happens there until people come in. So if you hop in and not much is happening, don't feel bad. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. Be like, oh, I've got to do something to fill the void. I'm going to be trying to come up with things and talk with people and see how everyone's doing. Hopefully in the coming weeks. And last but not least, one of the last but not least things. I'm on to the last two things. One, my main content is on Twitch where I stream. So, do keep that in mind. Oh, I heard like an alarm or something. So I was trying to figure out what it was. Yeah, so the main content is on Twitch where I stream, where everything you guys will always see live will go there. If there's anything I don't stream, I'll make it in smaller videos if I have time for everyone else, but it's not always going to happen. Again, it's not always going to happen because all the time has to go into it. Like with a stream, I can basically just plop it into YouTube, upload it after filling out the info cards, creating a thumbnail if I have the time. I don't always create thumbnails. It is what it is. But with that, the video, I'm going to have to take the time out of the day to record it, and then edit and all that stuff. So it may not always happen with smaller videos. You guys get it. I do apologize, but I do what I can. Another note is I've been wanting to reach out to other content creators a little more and collab. So I want to talk a little bit about collabing, because I feel like that's a really important thing. I don't really talk about it. Like some people have been like, "Hey, I would like to collab," and I usually shoot them down on a general regard, because like I don't do a follow for follow. Like if you follow me on Twitter, you follow me on Twitch, you subscribe to me, I don't do it back necessarily. Like if I come and look at your content's interesting and it's something that I would enjoy or watch, then you might possibly. But when it comes down to overall, I don't do it. And I don't really have many rules about collabing. That, like, a lot of people go, oh, well, he must be strict if he's shooting people down or anything else. That's not the case. What it is, I don't know people well enough to suddenly go on a lockup. Like some people want to be like, hey, I want to collab with you. Let's do it this day. And then that's it. On that day, we'll get together, we'll play games or whatever we're doing, and that's the collaboration. That's it. I won't do that. Because, like, for example, and you've seen it a few times in Dead by Daylight where it's suddenly become more people joining the call and we're doing a collaboration or something, and a lot more people are streaming and everything else, and it throws the whole thing down. Like I don't know if it went up on, if I have the footage for it or if Lady Aimer does on her thing. It was a while back. It was a Dead by Daylight stream. Me and Aimer were streaming together, and we had another person join in who I'd never talked to before. I'd only heard of, and they were basically they popped in. They were streaming as well, and it suddenly just became hectic because now there's 3 people in a single Discord call streaming that are not really functioning well. Like for me, I have various rules. Like, um, don't talk to your chat without muting. Okay, so first of all, most of my rules are common courtesy when it comes to actual collab. Like, I'll break it down real quick to anything else, and I'll make a more in-depth video one of these days about collabing and everything else if I really need to. I'm just gonna basically do a quick rundown because I don't want to take up any more time. My main rule is just follow common courtesy, don't don't unmute and talk to your chat. Always mute if you're going to talk to your chat, so you're not interrupting everyone else in the call. Like if there's 3 of us or even 4 of us and we're playing Dead by Daylight, for example. I'm using Dead by Daylight because it's the easiest game I can think of to do collaborations with off the top of my head because that's the one I've played the most with other people. If 3 of us are playing, or if all 4 of us are playing Dead by Daylight and 3 of us are communicating about where the killer is or all this stuff, and you suddenly start blabbing to your chat about something, it ruins it for everyone because now all of us are like, we can't hear what the other person is saying, so then all of a sudden one of us is going to get trapped by the killer or something, and it just becomes a mess. Plus, like I said, it's common courtesy to mute if you're gonna say something quick to your chat. That's fine. Like if someone goes, like if you're gonna say thank you for the hydrate or something like that, that's fine. But if someone asks like an in-depth question that's gonna take you a minute to answer, you're gonna actually be saying more than just like 2 or 3 words. It's I feel like it's common courtesy to mute. Mute in your voice call and talk to your chat and then unmute once you're done. But like my main rule about collabs is I want to meet with people, not like I don't mean like meet in person. I just mean like get in a Discord call and talk to them, ask them a few questions, things like that. Because I want to get to know the person a little bit and gauge their sense of humor. Because again, I have a dark sense of humor along with I have dark sense of humor, sexual sense of humor, and overall a little bit of a stupid sense of humor. Like some stupid things will make me laugh. But not everyone is okay with dark humor to some extent, and not everyone is okay with sex jokes. So I always want to make sure that the jokes I make are okay with the people there and everything else. Like if someone's like no dirty commentary, no nothing, no swearing, I have to know that because I like to work with who I'm streaming with or collabing with, even for YouTube videos. Like I don't say it has to be a stream. I don't mind just doing YouTube videos. Like one of the videos I have, I think, is Apex. I don't believe I ever streamed it. I believe I recorded it the entire time. I believe she was streaming. The person I was playing with was streaming it. I didn't feel like streaming that day, and so I just recorded it. So it's like I just want to get to know the person, gauge their humor, and because like if someone's like I don't like swearing, I'll be like, okay, noted. I'll put a note somewhere that I'll see no swearing, so that way I know. Don't swear during the time I'm playing with this person. Kind of see how many combinations of things I can combine to replace swear words for this length of time. But yeah, and I've never had a size limit for followers. Like if people who are below me want to like collab, or people are on the same length, or people larger than I am, I have no care. For me, it's not the size of the channel, it's the personality behind it. And I feel like that's what's important. Like I've seen quite a few people that follow me that I follow as well, that are like they have like 70, 80 followers, 100 followers, or a little more than that. And I've seen people who have a lot less, have less than me, and they're like just starting out. They've got 10 to 15. Um, and like I don't care. Like if you have less than me, more than me, if I like your content, I usually check out the person's channel if they reach out to me to see like what kind of personality they have a little bit. But I'll get to know them and everything else. It's gotten to the point where I would love to expand on the idea. I've even considered creating a Discord server specifically for it. Um, and if you're watching this and you're a content creator, um, gaming content creator, I should specify gaming content. I mean, if you do podcasts and other things, that's okay. But don't if you're like a cooking channel or a cleaning channel or a do-it-yourself crafts kind of channel, don't reach out, please. It's nothing against you. Our content isn't going to fit together. Um, Let me know, and if that'd be something you'd be interested in, because I'm wanting to do content both on Twitch and YouTube, and like I would love, and I don't want to be like, because I won't be streaming on YouTube, because unless I leave Twitch, which I don't have any intention of leaving Twitch anytime soon, or in the near future. So it's one of those things, but um, it'd be something to consider. Anyways, guys, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I've been talking for almost 37 minutes, and that's a little too long for my taste. Uh, oh, one last thing. I know, I said I was going to end this. I just reminded myself. Twitter, another additional thing about Twitter is I talked about how I'd show you guys a lot of another amazing content creators that I watch or I've played with. Another thing you guys will see is a lot of new VTubers. Because I believe you guys see what I like, and if not, you guys see what I retweet every so often. I get a lot of people who are just starting out in the VTuber community and everything else on my feed, and I like to support them by liking their posts, retweeting their posts, and everything else. Like if they go, "Hey, I'm debuting on this date," retweet. And if I remember to check it, I'll even pop out in their things. If people are re-debuting, I like to do stuff like that because even though I'm not a presence where I am doing much, I want to make a difference and help those who are trying to do something. I would love to make VTubing and streaming a career. That's my whole goal, is one of these days to make this a full-time career. And I would love to help others who have the same dreams or aspirations grow in their regard. So again, but yeah, all links to my social media, Discord, and all that stuff, including my Twitch, will be in the link below, including the I think that'll be it. Actually, it'll just be my Twitter, Discord, and Twitch links. They're also on my channel page. If you go and you'll see them on my banner on the bottom right, you'll see the links there. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video. It's been a lot of fun. I wanted to make sure I updated you guys because I felt bad that I haven't really talked to any of you guys. I hadn't really updated anybody. I just kind of posted a video about 2D or like live. I think, yeah, the last video I did was the VTubing video, VTubing 101 as I called it, which was really popular. A lot of you guys watched it and liked it, which I'm glad it helped some people. It's the whole purpose of that was to teach you guys. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. Especially if you're considering going into VTubing, it talks a lot about VTubing in general, about in depth, about as much as I know and knowledge about each group. But like I said, I hadn't really made videos much on here, and so I wanted to at least update you guys on stuff upcoming and everything else. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. And perhaps if you like what you've seen so far, you'll see me in a stream on Twitch. I highly recommend it. And if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy this video and like to see more, hit the subscribe button and like button to let me know you. And then perhaps I'll see you come and follow me on Twitch, or at least come and chat. It'd be cool to see all of you guys. Just if you pop in, say, "Hey, I'm from YouTube. I saw your video," and just let me know if you've come from YouTube or anything else. But anyways, see you all. Bye bye.